Ladies and gentlemen, please join in the singing of our national anthem led by Eve Richardson from the Victoria Conservancy of Music.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Eve. I'm pleased to introduce to you Roberta Mason, Associate Vice President, to deliver the invocation.
On this very special day, we pause to give thanks. We are thankful for the splendor of this world, for the wonder of life, and for the mystery of love. We are thankful for the beauty and the bounty of this traditional territory of the Coast Salish people upon which we meet today. We are thankful for tasks which demand our best efforts and for leading us to accomplishments which satisfy and delight us, and which benefit our communities and our world. Each graduate here today met the challenges of their academic program and the challenges of balancing complex lives with study, family, and work. We are thankful for the contributions they have made and will continue to make for years to come. We are thankful for the bonds forged through our shared experiences, bonds that will continue to offer support and encouragement as our graduates turn their attention and energy to new challenges, although rest will come first and should be savored. We are thankful for the support of family, friends, colleagues, faculty, and staff who have shared so much with our graduates who will cross this stage today and become alumni. They join the alumni of the Royal Roads Military College as members of our storied past. We are thankful today for the honor of including the Royal Roads Military College Mace, which returns to our convocation. Finally, to our graduates, let the studies that you began at Royal Roads be a door to lifelong learning. May you bring truth to the Royal Roads motto, living our learning.
Thank you, Roberta. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce to you our academic platform party. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chancellor of Royal Roads University, Chair of the University's Board of Governors, Dr. J. Peter Meekison, OC. The President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Alan Cahoon. The Vice President Academic and Provost, Dr. Stephen Grundy. The Vice President Marketing, Recruitment, and Business Development, Ms. Cindy McLeod. The Associate Vice President, Ms. Roberta Mason. The Dean of the Faculty of Management, Dr. Pedro Marquez. The Associate Vice President of Research, Dr. Mary Bernard. Members of our Board of Governors, Mr. Tony Ruffalo, the Honorable Mary Collins, Dr. Will Lowe, Mr. Wayne Strandland, and members of the university's faculty.
Members of the Board of Governors, faculty, guests, graduates, and friends, today is the 30th convocation for Royal Roads University. You may know that the word convocation is derived from the Latin convocatio and is defined as an ecclesiastical or academic assembly. The earliest convocations were religious assemblies whose origins can be traced back to time before the Norman conquest in 1066. It is a group that has been convoked, a word also derived from the Latin convocare. To convoke means to call together. Today we have done just that. We have called you together in this academic assembly to admit you to your various degrees and certificates. While convocation is a time to pause and reflect, it is also a time to recognize and celebrate the academic achievements of today's graduating class through the conferring of degrees and certificates. These documents, or parchments as they were once called, are a visible and lasting reminder of your individual academic accomplishments and the effort you have spent in pursuing them. As I said, today is a celebration, and when your friend, partner, whatever, crosses the stage, say, "Way to go, Mom," "Hi, Dad," or if you can't think of something to say, just whistle. When the government of British Columbia established Royal Roads University in 1995, it was the 5th public university in the province. From its very inception, it was designed to be different. It's not just that its campus is spectacular and that it is a national historic site. Royal Roads' mandate differs from other universities, and that its academic programs are limited to, and I quote, "solely the applied and professional fields," end of quote. This directive has defined and shaped the distinctive interdisciplinary academic programs that Royal Roads offers. Royal Roads also differs from other universities in that most of its degree programs are delivered through distance education, supplemented by on-campus residencies, all of this being known as a blended model. In this respect, it has become the university of the future. Unlike the first universities where the students went to university, as a matter of policy, Royal Roads University took the university to the students. This approach has meant that many of our graduates were able to earn a degree through a careful juggling of their work and family obligations, while fulfilling their academic objectives, not only in Canada, but also overseas. Now that you have completed your programs, how will you apply what you have learned as you go forward with your own lives? The unique aspect of the programs that you have just completed is that they are applied. We graduate problem solvers in a world looking for solutions. Over the next few decades, we will need to grapple with significant challenges both in Canada and globally, be they economic, environmental, political, or social. And we will need new ways of addressing them. All of you will be involved in helping to find solutions. Our students are individuals who have been there, done that, and who chose at some point in their working life to go back to university or to go to university for the first time. The people who have taught you, who have developed the online courses, who have advised you and supported you, all worked hard to live up to your expectations. The successful completion of your academic program is their reward. Our graduates consistently report back that their education here has been a life-changing experience. Education is something you never lose. As you travel along life's journey, you will discover that education is continuous, or put another way, lifelong. One is never too old to learn. Now let me tell you a story. Many years ago, I was involved in the negotiations to draft an amending formula for Canada's Constitution. Until that time, only the British Parliament could amend our Constitution. So Canadians decided it was time to complete our independence. For constitutional geeks like me, was a heady time. During that time, my wife gave me a maple leaf for Christmas. Not just any maple leaf, but one still retaining its dark crimson color and had been dried, pressed, and beautifully framed on a dark green background. As a piece of art, it certainly made the grade. But that isn't why she gave it to me. She gave it to me because to her, it represented Canada and all it stood for. And it represented my career as a Canadian political scientist. It is, to both of us, a symbol of a certain period of our lives and of a culture, a way of life, and an incentive. It's hung above my desk for more than 30 years. I look at it every day, and as I do, I think of many things. Mainly, it reminds me of how very fortunate I have been to live in this country. No nation is perfect, and certainly not Canada. But here, unlike some countries around the world, we have opportunity. Opportunity to grow, to risk, to make life better. Not just for ourselves, but for others in this increasingly small world of ours. And we have a society around us that will support us in our endeavors. I have been fortunate to have had the opportunity to help effect change, to aim for something better than what is. I have traveled the length and breadth of this country and much of our neighbor to the south. I have worked for change in countries torn apart by civil war. I have attended meetings and played tourist to many others. It has been an enlightening experience. Bettering what is something we all can and should do in our personal lives, our communities, our country, and sometimes beyond. So, find a symbol of your own that reminds you to strive to make change for the better. Try to be generous with that most valuable commodity, time, to give back some of what has been given to you: courage, strength, persistence, diligence, and commitment, all of which you have, or you wouldn't be sitting here today. Perhaps this week you'll find something, a picture, an ornament, a box, some memento that you'll keep for the rest of your life to remind you of today and the importance of this milestone in your life, to remind you of how you got here and where you plan to go as a result of obtaining your degree from Royal Roads University. So reflect on the past few years, which I am sure you have witnessed many defining moments for you, and take your new skills back to your communities, your workplaces, your homes, and help to make the world a better place. Good luck to you all.
Asiam Tenseya Aichka. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional Coast Salish territory and also acknowledge the surrounding territories of the Songhees, the Esquimalt, Beecher Bay, and the Sauk First Nations. The land beneath Royal Roads University is known as Chicha Mista, the Coast Salish name, which refers to a gathering place, used for gathering herbs and medicine, and a place devoted to community, a place to reflect on changes and community needs and aspirations. Royal Roads University was created to respond to the emerging needs of a changing workforce. With over 16,000 alumni in over 60 countries, we've responded to the dominant challenges of our time. And after 16 years, we've arrived. Graduates, you will be joining this highly networked community of learners and leaders when you arrived at Royal Roads. Learning and the skills you acquire as part of education matter for British Columbia, for Canada, and for the world. They result in higher productivity, innovation, labor market development, and overall economic growth. For the learners, they usually result in better wages, greater job satisfaction, greater self-esteem, improved health, and quality of life. Learning, however, is not an end point. Rather, it is a continuous process that occurs throughout one's life. For the health of our society, it has become all the more critical in the face of increased globalization. According to David Blunkett, the former UK Secretary of State for Education and Employment, in a knowledge-driven economy, the continuous updating of skills and development of lifelong learning
will make the difference between success and failure and between competitiveness and decline. As you reflect on your experience at Royal Roads, let me propose 4 pillars of learning: learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. Learning to know, the development of skills and knowledge needed to function in this world, the formal acquisition of literacy, numeracy, critical thinking, and general knowledge, the mastery of those learning tools. Learning to do is the acquisition of applied skills to professional success, the translation of what you've learned into some sort of action and results. Learning to live together, the development of social skills and values such as respect, concern for others, of social and interpersonal skills, and the appreciation of cultural diversity. These are fundamental building blocks for social cohesion as they foster mutual trust and support and strengthen our communities and our society as a whole. And fourth, learning to be. Learning that contributes to a person's mind, body, and spirit. Skills include creativity and personal discovery, which are acquired through readings, through the internet, through activities such as sports and arts. These pillars are firmly planted in the bedrock of our applied, team-based experiential model. We have, by design, taken the challenging of revisioning post-secondary education to make it meaningful in the world in which we live. Last week, the Globe and Mail editorial challenged universities to consider their approach to undergraduate education. Let me share with you some of my response to that editorial. It is important to note that not all excellent post-secondary educational institutions face the challenge in the editorial. At Royal Roads, we are different. We have purposefully built a suite of high-quality, interdisciplinary undergraduate and graduate programs. The quality of our distinctive academic programs remains the bedrock of our success. Our core faculty is steeped in teaching excellence and augmented by outside experience brought into the classroom to give our students real-life experience and learning. There are no 500 student classes at Royal Roads, and our students are frequently surprised that their professors know them by name. Our approach is focused and intense, and we are continually striving to improve what we do. The relevance of the model of applied and blended learning we pioneered has never been stronger than it is today. When we were created by the government in 1995, our approach was too different to be embraced by the more traditional institutions in our sector. That has now changed, and many of these same institutions are attempting to use technology and applied learning more effectively. Our programs are relevant. We graduate students who are global problem solvers in a world searching for solutions. A Royal Road education produces critical thinkers who are not only literate in their area of academic study, but excel in it. Reform that strengthens the quality and effectiveness of our post-secondary system is a good thing. At Royal Roads, we will never stop pursuing improving our performance, both on campus and in the classroom. The world continues to change, and we need to remain relevant. We will change with it. We are building at Royal Roads the foundation to address the needs of a greater commitment to global citizenship. As our knowledge of the world increases, so does our responsibility to make wise decisions with regard to wealth creation, justice, environment, and peace, among other considerations. Let's all be certain no one possesses the answers to the pressing issues of our time. No one, all of the answers. The only certainty is that each of us is invested with a responsibility to take action, based on our knowledge, to allow for sustained progress. The vital connect between listening, learning, and leading sits at the very center of our mandate. It is the connection that has brought us here today, to celebrate what has been accomplished, to rest for a moment before we continue to solve problems and create change and opportunity in the world. Today, we will graduate 771 students. 154 are from places other than Canada, including Australia, Bangladesh, China, Great Britain, Czech Republic, Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, Lebanon, Mozambique, Peru, New Zealand, Taiwan, Trinidad and Tobago, Zimbabwe, and the United States. Heichka, thank you very much.
The Honorable Naomi Yamamoto, Minister of Advanced Education, sends her regrets and asked me to pass along the following message. Thank you for inviting me to join Royal Roads University's 30th Convocation ceremony. I regret that I cannot be with you to mark this important occasion. The achievements being celebrated today result from hard work and perseverance. Your dedication is a testimony to the importance that you place on education and your commitment to realizing your goals. The investment you've made in your education will provide you with far-reaching rewards that will last a lifetime and create a foundation for your success, personally and professionally. As you leave school to begin the next stage of your lives, I encourage you to continue your pursuit of excellence through lifelong learning. Congratulations to all of the graduates being honored today, along with your families and the faculty and staff at Royal Roads University. Best wishes in all your future endeavors. Sincerely, Naomi Yamamoto, Minister.
We are pleased to confer the Honorary Doctor of Laws degree today. Dr. Marquez, will you please present the honorary degree candidate, Mr. Peter Thomas?
Good afternoon. Peter Thomas recognizes the power of aligning priorities with values. With considerable business acumen and a vibrant entrepreneurial spirit, Thomas transformed a successful development career into a fulfilling mission to educate and connect people to the power of values-based leadership. Born in England, Thomas was raised in Canada by his mother, who instilled in him an unshakable foundation for ethics and values. He went on to spend 7 years with the Canadian Army, including a tour of duty in the Middle East and Gaza Strip in 1961. After leaving the Army, he founded Century 21 Real Estate Canada, the largest real estate network in the country. Under his leadership, the company was earning $9 billion in annual sales through 450 franchises when he sold it in 1987. Thomas carried on to found Samoth Capital Corporation, a North American real estate investment and management services in 1984, and served as chairman and CEO until 2001. Among his other ventures, he developed the Four Seasons Resort and Hotel in Scottsdale, Arizona in 2000, through his U.S. real estate company, Thomas Pride International. It was the same year Thomas lost his only son, Todd Thomas. He shifted gears professionally and focused his energy on projects that would celebrate his son's life and helping others live a values-based life. In 2000, he founded the Todd Thomas Foundation to raise awareness around mental health issues and support the search for effective treatment. In 2002, he founded Life Pilot, a not-for-profit organization that provides workshops to empower and teach people to live their lives in alignment with their values. To date, Life Pilot has more than 5,000 graduates all over the world, ranging from senior business executives and students to families and prison inmates. The vision kept growing, and in 2006, Thomas worked with Royal Roads University to create the Todd Thomas Institute for Values-Based Leadership on campus. The center was established to provide research in the field of values-based leadership and has evolved to become the Institute for Values-Based Leadership in 2011. For his outstanding commitment to values, ethics, entrepreneurship, and the quality of life, Royal Roads University is pleased to present Peter Thomas for the honorary degree Doctor of Laws.
Mr. Peter Thomas, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Royal Roads University Act, in accordance with the recommendations of the Board of Governors of Royal Roads University, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and honor here and elsewhere thereto appertaining. Dr. Thomas will now be hooded by Dr. Stephen Grundy, Vice President Academic and Provost. President Alan Cahoon will now present Dr. Thomas with his degree. It is now with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Thomas to deliver the convocation address.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Wow, I'm humbled. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Board of Governors of Royal Roads University. Dr. Cahoon, thank you, sir. I am truly humbled. I want to thank some of the angels that carried me through my lifetime, who have looked after me on their shifts through various stages. I want to thank a 50-year companion of life, Donna Thomas. I want to thank Rita Thomas, my loving wife. I want to thank my darling daughter, Leanne Thomas. There's just so many other angels that I have to thank, and I think they all know who they are. And the archangel I want to thank is, I'm accepting this honor on behalf of my son, Todd, who lost his life to mental health back in February 1st of 2000. And probably opened up the biggest area of learning that I have had up to that point in time. I also want to thank all the grads here today, and could they wave their hands so I can see where they are? Grads? Okay, there you are. Okay, grads. To you, I want to congratulate you for the sacrifice that you had to put up for all that time that you have put in to get your degrees. And you're going out in a world today that's challenging, and is going to need all of the brilliance that you have to resolve all of the issues that are out there, just like your people before you have resolved the issues since time's begun. I want you all to go out there and be successful. And somebody once said to me how they see success. And success to me is only one thing. It's the attainment of a predetermined goal. If you set your mind and say you're going to do something, you're going to be a mom and you're going to have some kids, and you're a mom and you have some kids, you're fantastically successful. But if you set your goal to do something, you should seek that goal and you will find success. Back in, gosh, I guess it was I was about 33 years old. I had the good fortune to go to a meeting where I sat down and I was asked what my values were. I hadn't been asked that before. To all you grads, I want to ask you right now, each one of you, what are your values? And when you understand those values, you ensure that the rest of your life you live in alignment with your values, and everything that comes into your life is aligned with your values. And it's critically important at this stage to achieve success to know what your values are. And the Values-Based Institute at Royal Roads University, in fact, gives a certificate that you can learn what it takes to understand what your values are. A few other years ago, I've always been really interested to know what success is and why some people are successful, they attain their goals, and other people don't. So back in the Century 21 days, we had about 9,000 people. And there's an 80-20 rule in business. They say that 80% of your results come from 20% of your people. And that's true in a lot of measures in life. Remember that. So we took the 20% that were successful, and I grilled them down, and we took a model of a few of those people to understand what components they had that made them successful. We found that there was a lot of people had, honesty, hard work, the usual things that it takes. But we found that the really super successful people had three attributes that stood out. And once you recognize what those three attributes are, if you ensure that you have them, work towards them, I can guarantee you success. And the first one is attitude. What is your attitude? What kind of a day it is up to you. So critical part of success is attitude. The next part is motivation. To be motivated, to get up in the morning motivated to do what you want. You should never do anything that you're not motivated to do. And the last thing is commitment. Of all the things you need, probably the critical part is commitment. To have the ability that if you say you're going to do something, that you do it. And don't make any commitments that you can't or can't see yourself finishing. And that goes from losing 10 pounds to getting your degree to traveling the world to whatever it is. Once you make a commitment to do something, you do it. So you've got your values, you set your goals, and you make your commitments. And one last little bit is I was watching TV a few years ago, and there was a Katie Couric show. She used to be a television reporter. And she was interviewing a lady who was about 24 years old who had terminal cancer, and she had survived in a sort of a one-year circle. And she went through the entire process, and there she was. And Katie Couric asked her, she said, going through a traumatic event like that where you were told you're going to die and you're 24 years old, how did it change you? What will you do now that'll be different? And the lady answered her, and she said, passion. She said, I will never do anything in my life anymore that I can't feel or be passionate about. And when you go out into the world, my biggest advice to you is ensure that you have passion for what you're doing and get aligned with that passion. It's a saying by James J. Hill, the president of the Great Northern Railway. He said, make no small plans, for they have no magic to stir men's souls. Good luck, grads. Thank you very much.
Royal Roads University is proud to sit on a national historic site that offers such a diverse and unique setting for our students to study in. Today, we would like to share with you a piece of that experience to remember for years to come.
Could I now ask the graduands to please rise for presentation to the Chancellor? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you this graduating class of Royal Roads University, on whom you have conferred the degrees, certificates, and diplomas to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and on the recommendation of the Academic Council of the University, I have admitted each of you to the credential for which you are entitled. I have invested you with all the due rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. May you always be mindful of the motto of this university, living or learning.
Please be seated. Mr. Chancellor and members of the Board of Governors, we will now present the graduates from their respective programs. I would like to introduce Dr. Pedro Marquez, Dean of the Faculty of Management. I would also ask that you hold your applause until all the graduates in a particular program have been presented.
I am honored to present to you today graduates from our Master of Business Administration Executive Management program. Cheng Yang Cheng. Cheng Yi Liang. Tsai Yui Zhu. Yong Wei Deng. Ye Mei Wen. Liu Meng Zi. Nang Ling Mil Yim. I am honored to present to you today the graduates from our Master of Business Administration Executive Management Leadership program. Good job. Derek Montgomery Batcher. Good job. Kelly Wayne Hain. I am honored to present to you today graduates from our Master of Business Administration Executive Management Consulting program. Congratulations. David James Bruce Charlton. Congratulations. Lainey Goddard. Dean Robert Guittard. Jeffrey Brandon Haynes. Lorelei Lynn Higgins. Gail Diane Johnson Morris. Melissa Jane Pelto. Paul Eric Riley. Kelly Lynn Stark. Lindsay Jean Stark. I am honored to present to you today graduates from our Masters of Arts in Tourism Management program. An apology. I am honored to present to you today the graduates from our Master of Business Administration Executive Management Consulting program. Bodan Ivan Bodnar. Andrew Thomas Clark. Good job. Jeffrey Edward Grabinski. Good job. Kirsten Leanne Jewell. Good job. Kevin Sin Kunar. Tiffany Lean Malser. Fahim Nias. Theresa Marie Ryan Dowsett. Axel Edward Sundquist. Dwight Dino Teotico. Thomas Nicholas Rishi. I am honored to present to you today the graduates from our Master of Arts in Tourism Management program. Willie Augusto Aroca, recipient of the Founders Award. Good job. Congratulations. Heather Dale Boyd. Thank you. Congratulations. Henry Chow. Raymond Russell Freeman. Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts Tourism Management Research Award. Shannon Gu. Sandra Florence Louis, recipient, Chancellor's Award. Sean Patrick Mulvihill. Christy Lynn Shepard. Barbara Eileen Smith. Kathy Louise Thick. Jun Xia. I am honored to present to you today the graduates from our Bachelor of Commerce in Entrepreneurial Management program. Corey Brian Anderson. Michael William Anderson, recipient, President's Scholar. Michelle Leanne Anderson, recipient, Chancellor's Award and President's Scholar. Michael Heath Ansley. Erin Margaret Arndt. Lisa Aliyah Bacchus. Emily Deanne Bars. Ryan Kim Byrne Bichard. Annie Andre Bellamer. Paul Robert Timothy Burgeon, recipient, Founders Award, and President's Scholar. Elliot Gay Bignell. Scott Andrew Borman. Patrick Lorne Bustard. Carrie Ann Cameron. Christopher David Campbell. Nuo Cao. Cho Shui Zhao. Helen Ho Ling Chu. Natalie Michelle Chu, recipient, President's Scholar and Charter Commerce Class of '97 Award and the Royal Roads University Entrance Award. Deanna Nicole Claxton. Zachary Brian Dalrymple. Braden John Donaldson. Blake Edward Douglas. Cameron Stephen Dibwat, the Royal Roads University Entrance Award. Chad Leonard Ellis. Jordan Andrew Erickson. Cheryl Lynn Fraser. Caledonia Dion Fred. Sherry Louise Gable. Rodson Dio Garcia. Eric Klaus Gersten Bueller. Alexander Grandick. Jessica Erin Gunn. Joel Daniel Hill. Jordan Douglas Lina. Ryan Nicholas Hogg. Congratulations. Roderick John Holt, recipient, Founders Award. Good job. James Taylor Hook. Good job. Jessica Ann James. Good job. Paul Anthony Keno. Lauren Jean Kerr, recipient, President's Scholar Award and the Royal Roads University Entrance Award and Bank of Montreal BCom Scholarship and CIBC High Impact Award undergrad. Jeff Knight. Billy Joe Lee LaFortune. Coletta Leah Lapierre. Thank you. David Jetsu Lee. Congratulations. Jonathan Daniel Lee. Leslie Hua Lee. Curly Eileen Lockwood. Tyson Robert Longworth, recipient, President's Scholar. Scott Reed McPherson. Thank you. Daniel Peter Mackey, recipient, Eric C. Douglas Scholarship. Lorraine Mastropietro, recipient, Eric C. Douglas Scholarship. Jameen Jerry Matu. Sean Ronald Mitchell-Moore. Joel William Mreiglot. Jesse Mullen. Jeanette Ann Theresa O'Connor. Bradley Peter Old. Michael Barra Osman. Jordan Paul Perry. Good job. Gillian Kathleen Porter. Good to see you. Well done. Justin Trevor Pruden. Prabyot Singh Purba. Alana Christina Robertson. Devin Murray Linney Rose. Mona Christina Sargi. Well done. Well done. Amardeep Singh. Well done. David Douglas Steele. Christopher Philip Stovall. Jenny Theresa Strogan, recipient, President's Scholar. Haijin Su. Thank you. Good job. Naiying Tao. Good job. Lindsay Brianne Temple, recipient of Founders Award and Grant Thornton LLP Award. Laurel Emma Charlton Thompson. Good job. Kelly Lean Urbinski, recipient of the President's Scholar. Bradley Robert Van Dam. Stephen Leighton Van Heist, President's Scholar. Matt William Weingart. Caitlin Bethany Wellman. Allison Kiyoko Wickman. I would now like to introduce Ms. Cindy McLeod, Vice President, Marketing, Recruitment, and Business Development.
Thank you, Dr. Marquez. I'm honored to present to you today the graduates from the following graduate certificate programs: Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching, Graduate Certificate in Health Systems Leadership, Graduate Certificate in Project Management, Graduate Certificate in Strategic Human Resources Management, and Graduate Certificate in Sustainable Tourism. Giselle Aubin, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Irene Elizabeth Barr, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Brian Michael Blackburn, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Mary Jean Burrows, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Thank you. Lorinda Lee Lacey, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Thank you. Amy Lisa Listar, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Thank you. Anne Virginia Ronning Phillip, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Linda Ann Underwood, Graduate Certificate in Executive Coaching. Thank you. Virginia Vela Gonzalez, Graduate Certificate in Health Systems Leadership. Thank you. Cherry Rebelkin, Graduate Certificate in Project Management. Thank you. Rebecca George, Graduate Certificate in Strategic Human Resources Management. Shauna Lynn Grinke, Graduate Certificate in Strategic Human Resources Management. Glenn Michael Merks, Graduate Certificate in Strategic Human Resources Management. Maria Alejandra Huerta Guerra, Graduate Certificate in Sustainable Tourism. Thank you very much and congratulations.
See, that's what it's all about. It's the excitement of having the students, the alumni, the graduates come across the stage and smile and know that they've succeeded and have their family and friends acknowledge them. Convocation signals the end of one phase of your engagement with Royal Roads University, but it also signifies and signals the beginning of a longer-term relationship, an association that will, I believe, make you as proud of your alma mater as we are proud of you. So I challenge you to continue to be involved as alumni, to attend alumni events, to connect online, and to give us your feedback. Know that we want to hear from you, and we want you to be continue to be engaged. The connections you made on campus with fellow students and faculty are not lost after graduation. Use these relationships as a foundation for whatever you choose to do next. We have high expectations of you, the graduates of Royal Roads University. We challenge you to take what you have learned and make a difference in society, to use the knowledge and skills that you've acquired as you assume leadership roles in communities and in your chosen careers. Work with us as alumni, as colleagues, to keep Royal Roads innovative, relevant, and adding value to the people of British Columbia and beyond. Will all the graduates please rise? I ask you, family, friends, faculty, and staff of the university to join me in applauding each of you on the completion of your degrees. Those who supported you while you were studying as graduates, I invite you to applaud your family, friends, faculty, and staff who have helped you along the way. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, this completes the convocation. I must say that, as Chancellor, it's a privilege and a pleasure to shake your hands, see the smiles, see the grins, and it just makes the whole day so worthwhile to see what a celebration this is. I would like to thank the many staff and faculty who have contributed to making this day successful. To all our guests, thank you for sharing this special event with us. The formality of our proceedings demonstrates the importance we attach to the traditions of higher learning, and we hope the pomp and circumstance have contributed to making this day truly memorable.
Graduates and their guests are invited to attend the Royal Roads University Open House being held in Hadley Castle on the grounds of the university following the ceremony. We hope you will join us for a chance to reconnect and share your experience with friends and family. Please rise and remain standing at your seats until the academic platform party has exited the theater. Thank you.